In September of 2022, I received a phone call about a 1956 Triumph located in San Diego, California. The owner had plans to make it into a chopper. This motorcycle was special and needed to be rescued. 2 days later, my friend Chuck and I boarded a plane with one-way tickets to save this old bike from being chopped. Little did I know that same week, a 1967 Triumph from my own state would need to be rescued a year and a half later. During our drive back across America, we received word that there was a large hurricane headed toward Florida and our wife and kids were in its direct path. On September 28, 2022, Hurricane Ian had reached Category 5 status just prior to making landfall on the southwest coast of Florida. This hurricane would claim the lives of 150 in Florida alone. Ian would become the costliest hurricane in Florida history, causing an estimated of $113 billion in catastrophic damage.
Hurricane Ian has made landfall in Florida.
A majority of damage was from flooding due to a storm surge of 10 to 15 feet. The cities of Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples were particularly hard hit, leaving millions without power in the storm's wake and numerous inhabitants forced to take refuge on the roofs. In the city of Naples, Florida, sat a 1967 Triumph under 6 feet of salt water. Roger was the second owner of this bike and had purchased it in 1978. This was the first motorcycle his son ever rode on and was a special piece of his life. Roger rode the Triumph until 1982 when he purchased a new Harley Davidson. The old Triumph then set and only occasionally was ridden. It was just prior to the arrival of Hurricane Ian that Roger, after 40 years, decided it was time to rebuild the 1967 Triumph and get it back on the road. The work began by pulling the engine and tediously disassembling it, inspecting all the items as he went. To his surprise, many of the parts were in great condition and it just needed a general rebuild. With all the parts inspected and laid out in careful order, Roger received the word on the impending storm. Ensuring the safety of his family and home, Roger began the preparations of securing vehicles, home goods, and property. Unfortunately, with the enormous amount of task at hand, the old Triumph sat, patiently awaiting its demise. As Hurricane Ian's sustained winds of 150 miles an hour beat against Roger's home, the Triumph stood its ground. It wasn't until hours later that the wall of water following the initial landfall would overcome this classic and wash all of its engine parts and frame in over 6 feet of water. Roger, with a broken spirit, knew that his old Triumph would never see the road ever again. 17 months after the disaster, Roger would make a phone call to Tampa Triumph in hopes to find someone to take the bike. It was during this call that he would discover Weems Motor Company. Through a couple phone calls, we decided that this motorcycle deserved to be rescued and Roger's dream of seeing it back on the road must come true. This brings us to today. The goal is to reassemble most of the bike to ensure all the parts are there and what their condition is. The first task is getting the engine cases back into the frame to make sure all the mounting point and hardware are not damaged beyond use. The rear motor mounts are then put back into position, verifying the frame has not been damaged or bent. It is during this time we replace the kicker, primary, and timing covers, inspecting each component as rough mock-up continues. The next portion consists of the cylinder, which is salvageable with only being bored to 20 thousandths, followed by the pushrod tubes that were in great shape. The cylinder head showed only surface rusting with almost brand new valve guides and springs. The rocker boxes were pretty crusty with saltwater contamination, however, they are rebuildable. Lastly was the oil feed tube and the carbs. A great discovery was the Amel monoblock carbs are original to the bike with correct date codes.
So as we're working on the bike, what we are discovering is that a lot of the hard to find parts for this particular year, being 67, are on this bike. This is a really complete motorcycle, which is exciting because most of the time when you come across these, they've been molested. They have parts taken off or modified or done something like that. And this 67 Triumph it doesn't look like it's ever experienced any of those things, so that's great. And on top of that, all the parts that we're looking at are all rebuildable. There's not anything substantially wrong with this motorcycle other than being crusty and rusty from being flooded under 6 feet of ocean water. There's hope in this bike, and I'm excited about that. So, a couple things to note that we can identify this as a 67 is this is the very first year where you had the switch built into the headlight, which allowed a cutaway right between the speedometer and the tachometer. Another note is back on the back is this tail light. They only used this particular tail light in 1966 and in 1967. Another cool part was as we were installing the carburetors, we noticed that they are date coded 1966, which means the carbs were made in 66 and they were ready to go onto a 1967 motorcycle. So this is a super cool project. Only thing we have left is to put on the gas tank and to put on the seat. But before we do that, I just want to let you guys know that it's about 65% of you that are watching this video right now are not subscribed to our channel. So while we throw this tank on and while we throw this seat on, if you are not subscribed, go ahead, jump down, hit that subscribe button while we get back to work on this bike. Let's get it done. And there you have it, folks. Nothing beats the lines of a 1960s classic Triumph. So cool to have the 67 sitting right next to Dad's 66. Not sure what we're gonna do with this project. Maybe somebody out there, maybe somebody watching this video says, hey, I want a Weems Motor Co. build. I want a restoration, I want a desert sled, a cafe racer, something that we don't take too much away from this all original 1967 Triumph. But that's up to you guys. So maybe you have an idea what to do with it. Maybe you should jump down in the comments and let me know what to do with it. But with that, we're gonna wrap up today's video. It's been a blast getting this 1967 Triumph out of the water and into dry storage so we could do something cool with it. That's gonna wrap up the video today, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you are new around here, jump down and hit that subscribe button. If you really like the video, hit that thumbs up, turn those notifications on, and let everyone know what's going on right here at Weems Motor Co. Peace.